Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from where you're watching from. My name is Rita, and today I'll be sharing a quick tutorial on how to cut a 180-degree flare, also known as an half circle flare. Stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll keep uploading new tutorials. Thank you. So here you have to take the measurement around the waist, which for me was 48. Then I added 2-inch seam allowance for zip allowance. After which you add them together, that is the allowance you'll be dividing by the formula. The formula for an half circle flare is the total circumference plus the seam allowance divided by 3.142. Stay with me, I'll put you through on easy way you can do it. This is just to get the radius in which you'll be adding the length of the skirts before you can fold. Note the length of the skirts, if it's for a gown like this, is gotten by taking away the upper part of your measurement from the total measurement. That's you measure the person from the shoulder to the floor length, then you take away the shoulder to the stomach line. Then you're going to be folding your fabric. Yeah, we're getting the exact dimension of fold from our calculation. We've added the length of the skirts to the radius. As you can see here, I folded the fabric into two first. Using that same dimension of fold, you spread the fabric properly so it can align well. Make sure you're using your dimension of fold. I got a total of 60. See, I'm spreading the fabric evenly so you can get an exact cut. You don't need to. The reason why we use dimension of fold is so you don't have to waste your fabric. You can get the exact cut using a specific material. With this, you can also calculate the yardage needed. Yeah, I think I used about 3.5 yards because she's a very tall person. So I folded into two, after which I folded as bias fold as well. That's two fold rather, sorry. I folded one fold at first in a straight fold, then I folded triangularly. That's the second fold I'm doing, just as seen. After which, from the pointed edge, I'll be marking out the radius I got. The radius I got was from the formula that I divided the waist circumference plus seam allowance divided by 3.142. So I'll mark out the length I got around just as you see me do. You mark it, you take your time to do it. Don't rush it, because anything that has to do with cutting a fabric, you take your time so you don't cut something that is not the customer's measurement. You end up spoiling your fabric and wasting the time and effort put into it. So after I've done that, I went ahead to also mark the length of the skirt from that small arc I created above. That's from the radius arc. So I marked the length of the skirt. You see, when marking a long skirt like this, part of it might not be enough. That's the angle in which you're seeing that straight line where I'm currently marking. But don't worry about that. You'll be joining fabric. From the cutouts on the other side, you'll be able to join the only part that that the length couldn't get to. So you keep marking the length of the skirt across the same way you did the arc. So it's more like you're drawing a smaller circle, which is an arc, across each of these lines. So when you're done, you mark the length of the skirt. You carefully do this using your chalk. You mark across the measurement gotten. You see me doing that already. Then you grab your scissors, of course. You cut out the first arc, which you marked earlier, which was the radius of the circle. After which you mark the length of the skirt out. You see the part I'm talking about, where you'll be adding just a very small fabric, which won't be noticeable. You iron press properly. No one will notice it. When you open the seams of where you joined properly, you won't even notice it yourself. Of course, we'll still be covering it with lace as seen on the thumbnail. You cover it with lace so it will give a very neat and clean finishing. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Bye.